I fish to win every tournament that I fish in. Doesn't matter if it's the Classic or whatever. But what I have learned, you can't make something happen that's not supposed to happen. I don't know how to say that, but if it's meant for me to win the Classic this week, I've given 100% in practice. I've done all the things that I normally do, because what I've studied is the events that I've won and the ones that I haven't, there's no difference.
Am I ready to win the Classic? Yeah, I've been ready. I've been ready since I decided to try to make one when I was 12 years old. So yeah, I think I'd enjoy a Classic win.
First morning of the tournament, it's going to be something I've never experienced. There's going to be a whole lot of people and media around. Something I've never dealt with, but I honestly, before takeoff, I'll probably have a few butterflies. But once my name's called, I mean, it's just another day on the water for me.
Now that is the one thing that you have to do. Every variable that I can control, whether it's rod, reel, lines, tackle, my equipment, that stuff I have to. That part you have to make sure that you dot every I and cross every T. But like when it comes down to the fishing part of it, there's going to be fish that get off, and then there's going to be fish that there'll be fish that you lose that you done everything right on. There'll be fish that you catch that you didn't.
I think this is a big fish league where you fish for 5 to 7 bites a day, and that makes it different. But you know, it is what it is, and I think having that mindset going into the tournament helps a little bit. You know, even if you go an hour or two without a bite, next bite could be a big one. So
I'm not sure I can win without a big bite every day. I feel like I can compete, but I'm not sure if the win is there without a big one. And that's just the nature of Conroe. You know, you can get beat all day long here with one flip. There's 10 pounders all over this lake.
First day of the Classic, they call for 15 to 25 mile an hour wind with gusts to 35. Severe thunderstorms with straight line wind. But how ironic is that happens typically practice or tournament, some type of severe weather, extreme, anytime they have the Classic.
I'm still looking for a turning point in my career. You know, last year I got a win on the opens level. This is my 4th Classic, which is special and important to me. But I think I'm still waiting for that turning point, you know, that signature win or that big win.
3 of us from Louisiana are here, 2 from Gonzales and 1 from Pierre Part. And everybody knows Cliff's from Pierre Part, and why wouldn't you team up against him? I mean, you have to. It's Cliff Crochet. You got to give him a hard time. It's fun. It's a blast.
There's only one place that matters, and that's first place.
You got to love it.
Tell me about your #1 supporter.
That's my dad. I got a lot of people here. It means a lot. It's an awesome feeling.
All right, Dad, what are you going to do all day while he's on the water?
I'm going to go back to the hotel and pray a lot, and hopefully have a safe day on the water and catch a few fish.
Bassmaster Angler of the Year. He's a former Elite Series champion, Horse 1 Cup champion from Louisiana, the Hackney.
Maybe. I think he's short. That's bad, isn't it? Freaking rat. So spawned out an email. How about that? #1. I hate to fish it slow, but right now I'm not sure what mood they're in until I catch a couple I won't know. You know, I know one was real aggressive, but it's hard to tell if... nice one. See, that's actually a good sign. That's a white crappie that's still full of eggs. You know, I may not be able to use braid. With them so aggressive, I'd want to go to a bigger weight, but sometimes in that real shallow water like this, reason I'm sticking with that lightweight so they can get it, you know, so the bait hangs long enough. God, dang, I knew that was a big one. I saw that sucker boil in there the first time. I can't believe I didn't catch it. I waited. Look at that boil. It's still boiling. God dang it. I gotta get off his freaking rod. God dang it. I mean, I let him swim 10 foot and I just kept reeling. I said, just let him eat it. Freaking slacked the line. I'm freaking jerking the hook out of their mouth. Dude, well, it's not that. That's braid in there. You can't imagine how much force I put on the hook set. I mean, and that water's that deep, you know. If he ain't got it down his goozle, he could have it down his throat and I can jerk it out of his mouth. I mean, I just said if I missed one more, I'd get my fluorocarbon rod out just because it's got stretch in it, you know. It's got some give. So scared, I can stick a big one in that stuff. Break me off. See there? That's the reason I didn't want to do that. I knew that was going to happen. It was against my better judgment, but I did it anyway. I'll just miss them. Damn. I knew that. I was like, God, I picked up and it was just going. But that's also the first one that's went away from me. Too short. Too short. I'm measuring, but 15. If it was slick, they'll show themselves. You'll see them waking through there. There's a bunch of fish, you know. It's just the majority of them are that size, you know. There's a lot of them that size like I just caught. We're fixing to get on a line of bushes, kind of like that place we started where there were lots of bite, you know. It's so funny, I can catch one out here anywhere, but there were certain stretches, you know, that without a doubt that's where they were. But it's kind of like that water we were in this morning. It's got a green tint to it, but when you put a bait in it, you can still see it's not that dirty. It wouldn't be dirty at all here. I mean, I could see the bottom over where I was getting them bites at, and about 1.5 feet, so I can see about 1.5 feet, you know, in it but it is kind of jacked up today because of that wind. But it's not today's wind. The wind's blown the last 2 or 3 days, you know, and it's been blowing across that. We just happen to be right in the gap, you know. Well, all that does is typically, that's very misleading because all that does is typically make them roam. I ain't a big fan of that. A rising barometer will make them get on something, you know. You know, if you're out in the clear water in a big grass bed and flinging you know, some type of moving bait, yeah, that's good weather to have. But if you found fish that are on something, you don't want them roaming around. You want them right there, you know. So, but really, I'm the only thing really I feel like right now that's the deal is that wind. It's just moving that stuff around so much, and which, you know, may just pull them outside. But that's the reason I picked up that bladed jig, to see if they were, you know, if I could just catch them outside, it just, you know, wheeling something around. Oh, come on. Damn, if I lose that fish jacking around, you know. I ought to have my butt kicked. But I guarantee you one thing, I made sure he had it. I let him pull me and pull me and pull me. I thought it was a rat. It was just I saw that fish wake out there, and I thought it might be you know, it looked like a big wake. I let him, I just kept reeling, make sure he had it.
You said later in the day.
Oh yeah, but I done been bit plenty. I might have been just a hair, they weren't getting it as good and I was in a rush. You know, it is the classic. It has a tendency to put a little anxiety on it. But I mean, like I said, if I'd have got this done sooner, we'd be gone. I would already have that fish. I could have missed that fish. I missed one. I mean, I missed them all the way down through there a while ago. A little more stock, seeing you being the Iceman if I hadn't had a bite this morning, but the problem wasn't you, it's been me. If I'd have thought it was you, I'd have told you.
I'd have blamed it on the fish.
Well, they're pretty little fish. They just don't do no good. Keepers. God, they pretty little fat things, ain't they? Damn, I must have found a brim bait. Dang it. It might keep. Maybe. I think it will. It's close. But anyway, them little shiners give him away out there in the open. Ta-da! But you see, I let him come all the way to the boat before I set the hook. I said, he just slacked the line when he got it. I rushed them this morning, I'm sure. I mean, you take for granted when they're swimming like that, they got it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. I'm thinking right now, I'm like, damn, I ought to have a lint. You know what I mean? I'm just, But that first one got it, so, you know, but I waited on it. But another difference with it was, when I set the hook, it was in about 3 foot of water. It went off that bank, it, you know, went down in that deep water, and these other ones are, I mean, it's literally a foot deep where I'm getting them bites at. Which that's the reason I went with that little weight, because that, to give them a chance to get it. Well, that's how I caught that last keeper. I was swimming it. I pitched it out there and crawled it on the bottom and then just swam it where I saw that shiner jump out of the water. Rat. Where's his girlfriend? Maybe. I don't think so. God, when I stuck him, I was like, dang, it's a good one. He was hung on that. Come on now. I looked out there and saw that big old black stump. I was like, I bet ain't nobody dived on that. And I don't think they had. I just wish it would have been his girlfriend, his big old fat girlfriend. Getting my bug this morning, me swiping at them. I mean, you know, I tried to do everything that I knew possible to do right. It ain't like it, I don't fish a lot. I catch lots of fish, you know, just because I fish a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I did the same thing on those, really, that I've done on the ones I've caught. You know, it's just the way they were just not, they were a little bit hesitant this morning for some reason. But these last couple have just been on there pulling down. That's what you want. And they're pulling away from me, they're not coming at me. See, that was the other thing, all those other ones smoke it just, and so they're, as I swing this way, they're coming that way, you know.
Like the spillway on the bank, and they're coming out in the canal.
Right. You would rather, when I, like, honestly, the perfect situation is, it's like the one I broke off over there. But that was the first one that had done that. I picked up and it went, eh. Well, you just pull right back.
Right.
You got a direct pull.
And you really don't have to set the hook.
You just pull.
Grade,
you just pull.
Put pressure on it.
Like you just pull down and you just start pulling back against them, and that sets the hook.
Right.
And then I was like, dang, if I'd have just kept that braid in my hand. One more second. That's what bit me a while ago. I went ahead and caught him, but I probably shouldn't. I saw him get it that time. 15 inches. You know, the fish in this particular lake, yeah, there's some resident fish that live shallow, but most of them live offshore. And so eventually they go into that river, you know, but you can catch a staging fish and a spawning fish off the same, on the same cover, but typically, like, that pre-spawn fish or post-spawn fish a lot of times will be just a hair deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like, these bushes are on the lip, and there's the ditch. Like, we idled in, we came in the back of that little drain right there. But both fish, the pre-spawn fish and that post-spawn fish, a lot of times they'll linger around where they spawn at for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Especially since it's not hot. You know, the water temperature's still not that hot. And it's not falling, it's been steady. That typically holds them up there a little shallower. But every fish I've caught today has already spawned and it's been out there for a while. I can tell by how they look. I'd like to have that fifth one, and I know there's another big one here, so, you know, this is the deal. I catch two big ones right now, and then all of a sudden, wow, you had a good day. So that's the reason I don't ever get too bent out of shape till it's over. Then I'll get bent out of shape. But right now, I'm like, I mean, I caught all them bucks back down through here a while ago and only caught the one female. I mean, that other keeper I caught down through here was a male. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was gonna be sure. When it came out of there first, I thought it might be a keeper, but it's short. I can make it keep, but we're gonna put it, I think we'll put it in there. I just remember which one it is. Green. That wasn't what was supposed to be back in that hole. God dang it, it's a giant. It's a giant. Stay hooked up. God dang it. God dang it. I don't know why it came off. Dang it, that sucker was running so fast. Dang. Dang it. Fish for that freaking bite all day. God. I couldn't catch up with it. God dang, I mean, the instant I stuck it, boy, it left there like a bullet. It wasn't as big as I thought, but it was a big one, 6 or 7 pounds. But I freaking thought it was like a 10 at first, the way it was running. I thought it was caught. I mean, when it didn't come off, when it was streaking down through there, when it finally got, you know, I was like, yeah, I got it. I never felt it bite. It was heavy, and all of a sudden it just went, God, dang, it's a big fat one too. It wouldn't have spawned out. She wouldn't spawned out. Dang it. She just ran crazy. Didn't really matter. I stuck her good though. That's what reason I didn't really, when it was streaking down through there, I was like, I got her. I mean, I'm gonna be disappointed about it, but it's not gonna ruin the rest of my day. You know what I mean, it is in a way, but it'll ruin it more after the day's over than now. I don't know. I checked the hook again. The hook's good. You know, it was just a freak deal. I don't know why she didn't have it better, because I didn't feel her get it, and I was just crawling it real slow to make sure I fished that good. I just like the way that big old stump looked. I done throw it in there like 3 times. But when I stuck her and she stuck solid, then she came running down through that stuff, and I wasn't even concerned. I was just trying to hurry up and see her. I wanted to see how big it was. I knew it was big, you know. I was more concerned with how big it was. And she was rolling. It must have scared her.
It ain't what he can carry, what he can lift.
5 fish for Greg Hackney here on day number 1 of the Geico Bassmaster Classic. 13 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 23rd place currently. Let me hear it for the Hack Attack.
Well, we got another Gonzales, Louisiana angler coming in. He is Ryan Lavigne.
Deep inside, don't forget about where you're at. Louisiana.
Ryan Lavigne, day number 1, 5 fish for 16 pounds and 10 ounces. Moves into 15th place in his very first Geico Bassmaster Classic. Let me hear you, Houston. Cliff Crochet in his 4th Geico Bassmaster Classic is 5 fish. 21 pounds, 8 ounces, 21.8. And a brand new Geico daily leader in the Cajun, baby, Cliff Crochet. Let me hear it from my crazy Cajuns.
Here comes Ryan Lavigne.
16 pounds and 10 ounces. Yes, a 5 fish to add to that here today. Let's get him inside that cut. 13 pounds, 3 ounces, gives him 29.13, and Ryan Lavigne is well within the cut in 4th place currently. 21 pounds, 8 ounces yesterday. 3 fish to add to that here today. Those 3 fish weighing in at 9 pounds, 2 ounces, puts him in 10th place with 30 pounds, 10 ounces. Crazy Cajuns, let me hear ya. Had 13.6 yesterday.
Gas for the way home.
13.6 yesterday, 2 fish to add to it. 5'9", 18 pounds, 15 ounces. 30 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day. He's got 3 fish here on Championship Sunday. Looking for 12 pounds, 11 ounces to take the lead. He needs 12 pounds, 11 ounces. Cajuns, let me hear ya. 9 pounds even, gonna move into 4th place with 39 pounds, 10 ounces. Let's celebrate a great event for Cajun, baby, Cliff Crochet.
Here comes Ryan Lavigne.
Louisiana.
You need a big bag, looking for 26.14. Just 2 fish here today, but 2 of the right ones, 11 pounds, 12 ounces. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Let the good time roll. Where the music and the food is good.
Started the day with 29 pounds, 6 ounces. Looking for 17.15. You think he's got it? 27 pounds, 4 ounces. 27.4, the biggest bag of the tournament on Championship Sunday. He needs 13 pounds, 7 ounces. I'm gonna ask you guys to get side by side. No matter what way this works out, we are gonna have an incredible Bassmaster Classic champion looking for 13.7, 11 pounds, 10 ounces. 11 pounds and 10 ounces. Unbelievable! Your 2017 Geico Bassmaster Classic champion, unbelievable, Jordan Lee.